So today I'm back here at a carp pool that I haven't fished in a few months, and I used to come here all the time. The mission is just to catch as many carp as I can today. I wanted a day where I could catch at least 5 carp, and today, at this pool especially, we're most likely going to do that. I've got all the 3 rods set up already. It took me about 15 minutes to set up maybe. This rod I've never actually used for carp fishing before, but it'll do the job. Standard baits, we're using ground bait on the method feeders with red krill wafters. They seem to do the best in this pool for me, especially around this time of year when the carp are feeding a lot. We're down the deeper end of the pool today, which is obviously not the greatest. I'd prefer to be at the shallow end at the pool, which is up there, but all the pegs are took. So I've come to this peg where I usually used to come in the winter time when I come to this pool, and I catch a lot. So yeah, let's get catching these fish. The reel I've got on in the middle, this one, that was the first ever fishing reel I bought, and it's actually great, but I've never used it since like March last year. So I'm putting it to the test today. Hopefully we'll get a carp on it. So the cork rod is casted all the way down there. That's the deepest end of the pool. The middle one is just casted right in front of our legs pretty much, and then this one's casted over by the island. I've got a little theory when it comes to this pond. I always come here and set the rods up, and within the first 5 minutes, I usually catch one within the first 5 minutes, but if I haven't caught one in the first 5 minutes, I catch one within the first hour, towards the end of the hour, if that makes sense. So I haven't actually caught one within the first 5 minutes yet, so I'll catch one in about 30 minutes, I'd say. If you look at the pond, I don't know if you can see, but there's ripples coming up all over the surface. There's one right there, right in front of me right now. It's a carp jumping, that is. Well, not jumping, just coming up to the surface and disturbing the top of the water, basically. But they're everywhere, all over the pond. Sadly, you're not allowed to surface fish at this pool, so I won't be able to surface fish for them, so I'm just going to have to wait for them to go to the bottom. I'm getting a little bit of activity on this rod here, which is usually the rod I catch on at this pool for some apparent reason, but the end of the rod tip just went like to the left a little bit, and the line started moving, but there isn't a fish on yet, but I'm certain there'll be one soon. There's rain coming down now. I didn't expect it to rain today, and that's why I came fishing at this pool anyway, but oh well, a bit of rain don't hurt. I'm under shelter anyway. This place is great because it's just surrounded by these big trees, so I don't need no umbrella, but it is tipping it down at the moment. It was when we got here as well, but it stopped pretty soon. You can still catch carp in the rain though, so it's not a bad thing. One that's just jumped right there. They're jumping everywhere right now, it's insane. And if you go back and watch my old videos, I've caught carp here when a storm's happening. I've caught here in pouring rain like today, so I'm sure I'll get one soon. So we've been here about 40 minutes now, I'd say, and we've had no action, but the carp are very active, if that makes sense. So what we've done, we bought them 2 rods, and I'm going to bring that one in now, and we're just going to rebait them up and recast them into 3 different locations, because some people over there have left, so we can extend the casting range now and get it over the other side. I'm kind of glad I've bought all 3 rods in, because I've just realised that I've set the rod pod up wrong. I haven't set it up wrong, but I've just put the vital arms the wrong side, so if we caught a fish it'd just make it a bit caggy. But I'll sort this now and get them back out. Sorted, although it might not look different, it definitely is. All 3 of the rods are back out now. I've adjusted the rods around a little bit. As you can see, that one was there, but the middle one's still in the middle. But they're all in 3 really good locations now, especially that one. It's all the way down there, and I actually managed to get it in the shallower bit, so that I should get a carp from there soon. But as you can see, since I last came here about 2 months ago, the pond's like changed loads. All the flowers and the reeds have bloomed, especially over the island, and from the entrance over there when you walk in, it looks so different. It's really nice. I don't know what these carp are playing at today. Usually I would have had about 3 by here from now at this pool anyway. It's not like I've done anything wrong. The rods are all out in completely good locations that I've baited upright and everything too, but it's just a day. I'm just currently walking down this little bit here because I want to have a look at where I've actually casted out my rod to. It's basically, if you look just down there, there's a margin in a bush, and that's where my rod's casted out to. But hopefully that location performs well today. But as I say, I haven't caught much today, but everyone else at the pond hasn't caught anything, so it's not like it's just me. If it was down to me, I wouldn't be in this peg right now. It's not the best of pegs. Oh, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's in the deeper part of the pool, which, as I've said earlier on in the video, it's not very good down this end at this time of year. In the winter, it's perfect because the carp are on the bottom all the time, but now it's just not. But if you come round here, sadly there's someone in this peg at the moment, but that's where I will be, 2 pegs down right now. And that's the peg I always go at this pool regardless of the weather, and I always bag up there because there's a load of casting variations there. I can cast in the deeper part, I can cast in the margin, I can cast right by the islands, I can cast anywhere from there, and I can just get in the best locations, so it's ideal really. We've just walked over to the other side of the pool and we're on this really nice peg at the moment, but we're thinking of moving down here because it's not so good where we are. I'd rather move down to the shallower end of the pool just to get the best out of the session, if you know what I mean. Like if we go down there over that way, we'll actually catch something. But I'm going to get back down to our pegs now so we don't miss any bites. So we've decided we actually are going to move now, but just to the peg right next to us. But the peg right next to us is the peg I'm always in at this pool. There's a wide variation of places I can cast from there, as I said, so I'm going to move there. So we're in the loo location. I've already got the one rod casted out. I did my little sneaky move. I just walked it down there into that end and I walked the line back over here. Now what we've got to do is just little underarm cast into the margin here. I'm just going to go in by the reeds here. If you look down there, it's pretty shallow, but there's carp there all the time, so I'll just give it a little toss like that, and that's perfect. Right, so all three of the rods are now back out in three really good locations. Now this is the peg I would have chosen if I'd have got here earlier on in the day, so thankfully the person left and I got it. One good thing is I haven't seen the carp on the surface in quite some time now, so I'd imagine they've all gone back down to the bottom of the pond and they're feeding, so that's a good thing. I'm really surprised. It's been about 30 minutes to 40 minutes almost since we've been in this location and we've still not caught one. I don't know what's going on today, but no one at the pool's seeming to catch today. It's must be a bad day for the fishery, and maybe just a bad day for carp fishing in general. Geese have arrived at the pool now. I don't know if you can see them over there. There's 3 of them and there was about 10 of them just. So yeah, that's just typical. They keep swimming over my line and everything. They're very disturbing. I'm just very surprised that this cork rod hasn't gone off, because I don't know if you can see the line there, but it goes all the way just past that tree. And honestly, down there's always a fish under that tree. You see them coming up on the surface even. But today's a different story by the looks of things. It's really random because it's just gone June. It's June the 1st today, and I've been catching all March, all April. I've been carp fishing all through them months and I've caught everything throughout them. And it just seems the second it's June, almost summertime, I've stopped catching. Because the last 2 carp sessions I've been on, I went to the Himley Hall and now here. Blanked on both of them. Well, I say I've blanked on this one. I haven't blanked yet. We've got another hour left, so we should get one. This not catching situation is getting a little bit tiring right now. So I brought this rod in because it was just in the margin here. It's about 3 or 4 foot deep maybe, which isn't deep at all for carp fishing. But you'll still catch there. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cast this right into the middle to try and get the best out of my session. So here goes nothing. Let's give it a little toss out there, and that's perfect. Well, we've been here pretty much all day. We've got here about 11 AM this morning, and it's now 4:30. And literally, I got my rods casted up. I've had my chest cam on all day just in case I caught one. But yeah, we still haven't had one. And we've got about half an hour remaining until about 5 o'clock, I'd say. Seeing as it's 4:30 now, so I suppose it's nice to have a little blanking session every now and then. Though, don't get me wrong, I'd love to catch a fish, but when you don't catch for a few sessions and then you catch eventually, it just creates a build-up. And then when you catch, it's nice. He's currently just throwing out some bait for us to where the wafters are, just in case the ground bait's been like sniffled at by some carp and just gone dusty and gone away. But yeah, right now we're just trying to lure as many carp to our baits as possible because I want to catch one. Seems every time I come fishing with Taylor, he's my cousin by the way, we went to, you would have seen him in the last video maybe, at Himley Hall. We went there fishing and we blanked, and he's come again and I've blanked. He's just my bad luck charm, I think. So yeah, he's got the blame today to why I've not caught yet. But yeah, today has so far been a nice blanking session, I guess. And we have only got like 10 minutes before we're going to start packing away, so if we don't get a bite by then we're not getting one at all. Chances are low that we'll actually catch though, because I'm saying this and no one else at the pool's caught, so it ain't just me. And I know I said that earlier, but still, no one's caught since I said it earlier as well. So, I've got to bring the rods in now, so I'll bring the middle one in first. Nah, fooled, ain't got a fish on. But yeah, that one's in, and then I'll just bring the other 2 in now. Right, that's everything packed away now, and that's about all I've got for you today. Well, that was a nice session then, even though it was a blanking session, it was still alright. That's about all I've got for you today though, so if you enjoyed watching, please like the video, subscribe down below, and once you're down there, turn on the post notifications so you never miss another one of my videos in the future. Become a member of my channel if you want, you'll get early access to these videos you're watching right now. But for now guys, that's about all I've got for you, so see you in the next one. Peace.